let's get to the video. This is a bit of a photo montage. Let's go to the video. All right, that before I thought I was press record, but it was photos only. Went out with Lotto. Here is Israeli Cycling Academy, Upstart, whatever it's called, New Start, Centrelink New Start, and so basically I was going up Northern Summit, and his lads come motoring past. You can sort of see we're hooking along. If a kangaroo bounced out about now, it would be skittles. Would be skittled by the kangaroo. So we're cruising along here. We've got Ben Hermans in the front, driving it. Bit of a half wheel action going on there. It's the first sort of training hills. Look at that half wheel there. Look at that half wheel. So there's a bit of half wheel going on there. This is you know, they've dropped the team. The team's about 2 minutes behind with the team car. And Ben Hermans is laying down the rubber. He's laying down the law on the new disc brake bikes. I didn't hear any rubbing. It sounded very clean, no ting ting ting. But then again, I was breathing pretty heavy at this point, so I probably couldn't hear it anyway. But we'll zoom along here, and right to my right just lets me in. And so now I'm just sort of moving around to get some angles for the audience here. But yeah, we're hooking along. If you're done Norton Summit, this is sort of, you know, motoring along. This is sort of motoring along. It ain't magic cookie man's pace. It's natty pace, but it is good. It's definitely good pace. It's good cardio pace. Now, what I do notice though is, having ridden with maybe 1,000 professional riders. When I mean professional, I don't mean you live at home with mum and dad and they pay for your airfares and stuff like that. That's cool. That's team mum and dad. That's great. That's part of the deal, part of the apprenticeship of cycling. But I mean, as in professional, like, you know, paid by the World Tour team, etc., to race around the world. And I've probably ridden with over 1,000 in this format, 2 and under style. You know, getting asked to come out, randomly jumping on the back, or whatever. Just riding with all these professional cyclists. What I've noticed is that the pros, the proper pros, train a lot easier than the amateur guys. There's local races I know in Adelaide or anywhere in the world, they train harder. You know, most of the time they just ride hard all the time. But then riding hard all the time soon makes you a moderate rider. What I noticed with the pros, it's very, very bipolar. Meaning they will go hard like this. This is pretty solid effort. Then you can see that half wheel and get on there. Or they go really easy. Like the guys at the back, like 2 minutes back, they're doing maybe, you know, 150, 200 watts. Just cruising up here. Just cruising. And when we rejoined at the top, it was cruise. It was cruise control. I was riding no hands, getting some photos. It's just very, very cruisy. You won't get that level of cruise with local races in the hills. It's all just like, you know, go every time. And that's why their recovery is not so good, because they just push hard all the time, and then what they think is hard is just end up becoming moderate, and then come race day, they have the bunch skills, etc., but they don't have the real pure speed, the power, because they've never freshened up. They're not fresh. They just, you know, they don't know how to hold back. So if you can't hold back, then you can't hold on. Think about that at a deep level. If you can't hold back, you can't hold on. If you can't control yourself to go slow, how can you control yourself to go fast? Going slow is very, very easy. If you can't do that, how are you going to go fast? If you can't really hold back, think about that. If you can't hold back, you can't hold on. So cruising up here, and it's interesting to see a different physiology in the riders. You know, Ben's quite a tall rider. His seat's a bit higher than the rider on the right, who has a bit of a lower seat height, looks like, a bit of a different angle in the bend in the knee. There's no right or wrong. It's just personal preference, what you prefer. And but the Ben didn't let the pace. Look at this half wheel going on here. So even the pros half wheel, even the World Tour riders do a bit of half wheeling. Or maybe Ben's top tube length is a little bit longer. Maybe he's got a longer stem that puts his bike front wheel out further. Is that what happens if your stem's a bit longer? Does it mean your front wheel goes out further? Makes the illusion that you're half wheeling. We're zooming along on this part here. I'm just thinking, come on, this is race pace now here. This is race pace now out the saddle. It's laying down the law. Ben Hermans, the Herman Tank, laying down the law up Norton Summit. This was good training for me. I haven't really done much training in the last couple of years. Been sort of, you know, I do a park run every Saturday morning. I sort of 5K race. I do that. I go full gas. But other than that, I don't get a lot of intensity in my pensioner years, in my old age. And But it's good fun. It is just great to be able to be age 42 and then go bust out up Norton Summit, a fast Norton Summit with the World Tour riders, riding my girlfriend's bike that I bought for $650 off Facebook Marketplace. And that's another video. But I'm literally riding my girlfriend's bike, Natasha's shopping bike. That's the team mechanic that said we zoomed past. And, you know what I mean? And still the pace is on. Still the pace is on. So Ben was on a mission. He was on a mission to cruise. And look at that. We are hooking. We are hooking along this section. This is definitely probably PR for me on this bit of road here. This is where we're cruising along. And I don't normally sit this close to other riders, but I do feel quite comfortable in the presence of World Tour abilities, you know, so I generally sit a little bit closer. That's just, you know, that's just there. But yeah, so it's just, to be a professional cyclist, you have to be willing to take a lot of risks, you know. Anything can happen. A car can pull out of a driveway, a kangaroo could bounce across the road, but you can't really think too much like that, otherwise you won't be a pro. You'll be too, like, what if. So yeah, to be a professional cyclist, I do not envy that position, because you have to be willing to die. You know, you basically kamikaze. You have to be kamikaze. Look, even for this corner here, I'm sort of a bit on my limit, but these guys aren't on their limit. They could go way faster through the corner. You know what I mean? Way far. The corner's open, sort of a bit of a, you know, even that's just like you just have to be there, slow it down a bit. We're going a bit too quick around the corners, but you know, to be a pro, you have to be next level. You have to be kamikaze. Otherwise, you just won't be able to hold the wheel. You know, you have to look how close everyone gets. You got to be bumping skins on the bike. You know, that sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? But we basically turn around there and pick up the team. So the team's way back. As we turn around, then we got back on the road again, and you can see the rider here on the left in the dark kit. He is from Slovenia. That is, forgot his name, but he's a very friendly dude. He's from Slovenia. He's a mechanic. He is the team mechanic for the team. Vinny Fantini, Israeli startup, New Start Settling, and he is the team mechanic. So I was just double checking this. Yep, here's my face. Just double checking that we are recording. We are live. So we're going up a little bit of a climb here. And this is where the pace was very, 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 very easy, because otherwise they're going to drop the mechanic really, really quickly. So this is very easy pace. This is an example I was saying before, where it's very bipolar. It's like really hard race pace, or it's casual, like 200 watts. We're doing maybe 150 watts right now. Very, very casual. Very, 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 very casual. And this is what the amateur riders don't do. They don't know how to, you know, wait up for slow riders or whatever. They just like go, you know, and they don't recover properly. And you look on Strava, or you look at the race results, and you see all these people. You're like, man, you train full time, bro, and you got dropped to the nationals. What? How does that work? You don't have a job, or you hardly work, and you went to the nationals and get dropped, like, and you rode like 20,000 k last year, whatever. It's like your recovery is very shit, you know. And it doesn't make you a bad person. I'm not sledging or having a dig. I'm just saying that if you're putting all the work in and you suck at races when you should be doing well, this means your recovery is poor. You're not eating enough carbs. You're not getting enough water. Simple as that. All right. So anyway, that's just the deal. That's just the old school daddy DR advice right there. It's all about recovery. Sleep, water, sugar. All right. Simple as that. So we're cruising along here, just easy, soft pedal. Look at that soft pedaling, just coasting along. Just when you're at the back of a pack, I'm probably doing 50 watts, maybe 50 watts. You're basically getting sucked along. You're getting sucked along in the back of the bunch, and everyone loves a good suck. But it's just, you know, it is a great place to be. Adelaide, Tour Down Under. You can't beat it. We're about to hit a climb coming up. Watch this. We're about to hit a climb. So I was wondering what they're going to do in the climb. We're going to light it up. We're going to go easy. Yeah, I was hoping it was going to light it up. Give it a footage for you, gang. See Durianrider get dropped, but it was all pretty casual, pretty cool. But just beautiful weather today. It's about 34 degrees Celsius. I just did a couple hours and then go back to work. So that was Adelaide, man. It's just, look at the light, man. Look at the lighting we've got here. It's beautiful, isn't it? Just a magical day. Why on earth would you be anywhere else in the world right now other than Adelaide, Australia? Why? What are you doing? Get rid of the nagging kids. Get rid of the nagging wife. Get rid of the nagging husband. Just cut them out of your life, and come down to Adelaide for a few weeks. All right, you can deal with the nuclear when you get home. Just come down to Adelaide, enjoy the Tour Down Under, come and ride a Durianrider, come and ride the pros, come and cruise. And you see the rider up front on the blue jersey, black nicks. There's an S-Works Venge, the Vice. Remember that one of the brakes that didn't work properly? That's Greg Henderson. Greg Henderson, ex-professional rider, Team Sky, Lotto. I think Greg did a few Tour de France's. Kiwi, I think he's from New Zealand. Land of the Sheep. And welcome to all the New Zealand audience members watching tonight. There's Greg Henderson there. You may remember Greg Henderson from episodes such as, I think, Tour de France. And also, Greg's done a lot of Tour Down Under, so he's a local. He's an Adelaide local pretty much. And you see the mechanic here, he's going for it. Maybe he's an ex-rider too, the mechanic, because he was pushing himself. The mechanic knows how to push. That's what you want. You want a mechanic who knows how to push themselves. Burn them midnight oil, fix them bikes before 2 a.m. and get them ready for the next day. So we're just cruising along here. This is where you probably saw my Instagram story. I was riding my hands, doing some snapshots, just showing off a bit. But it's very good. It's very, very good weather. It's amazing. Adelaide, oh man. This is GoPro 7. Look how smooth it is. How's the production quality on this one? How's the production quality? Remember those old days, 2008, doing a lot of videos? It's like filmed with a potato. I filmed the videos with a gum nut back then. That was so pixelated and shaky. And now here we are, GoPro Hero 7 2020. You know, I've seen every Tour Down Under since 1999. It's insane. It's 22 editions or whatever it is. It's gone so fast. It's gone so fast. I remember when Alan Davis and all the crew, Scott Davis, were there, and we turned left here. But we're meant to go straight. So I was basically saying to Greg, now you can sort of see him dropping back. He's like, who's giving me directions here? So I'm basically talking to Greg, saying, no, you got to turn around. You got to turn around. You're going the wrong way. So this is where I demonstrate value, by showing the crew where to go and saying left or right. But yeah, that's basically tour guide, Durianrider, at your service. And tell them go left, go left. And this is where I stopped and went to pick up Natasha. But anyway, that's the deal. This is just a start. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more World Tour riding, Durianriders on the shopping bike. Natasha, the glamour cyclist. Adelaide, what a ripper day.